Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, it's getting very, very serious as that nuclear plant that's in, right now in Russian-controlled territory, used to be in Ukraine, Zaporizhzhia. Zaporizhzhia. Not going to try it again. You know what I'm talking about. It's right there behind me. Okay, this thing's on fire now, and has been burning and has been releasing tons of radiation. Matter of fact, BP Earthwatch did a great video where he shows you what the normal radiation levels are on the ground if it's not being interfered with by a nuclear facility. And it's, on the meter, it's somewhere between 3 and 80, okay, parts. If you're in an airplane and you're flying in the air at 33,000 feet, you're being exposed with about 2,000 parts of radiation. But BP will show you on his video a chart that when you go to this exact location, the chart shows you what the radiation levels are right now at this nuclear plant. It's at 30 million parts of radiation. So something's going on. Now, the fire broke out there, and both Putin and Zelensky are blaming each other. Now, it's under Russian control. Could the Ukrainians have caused it? Unless you hit it with a rocket or a missile from above, or a drone, that would be hard, but possible with a drone. But then again, it would cause a serious environmental situation for both Russia and Ukraine. Would the Russians have done it? Well, they're in control of it. But why would they want to do it if they're going to end up with this land at the end of the day? If where this plant is located, would they really want to do that to a plant they're going to eventually own? They're already in control of it. I don't think so. So could it be that we've just got the fire that erupted there is because of low maintenance? You don't have proper personnel working there. There's a war going on, and a lot of inspections are slipping. Or did, as some reports are, that Russia actually did do this on purpose, and that they attacked it? Well, look, Fox News' Stephanie Bennett reported on the Ukrainian incursion into Russia. But we heard about that a couple of days ago, where the Ukrainians actually made it into Russia and did an attack inside Russia. The fire, though, that erupted at the Ukrainian Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant over the weekend has been extinguished, thank God. Russian state media reported on this while citing Russia's nuclear energy agency. But both Moscow and Kiev continue to point the blame at each other as concerns over a nuclear meltdown has even gotten higher. Russian forces have illegally occupied Europe's largest nuclear power plant for more than 2 years. And according to the United Nations nuclear watchdog, the International Atomic Energy Agency, or the IAEA, they said it had been informed that an alleged drone attack had hit one of the plant's cooling towers. So Russia wouldn't bomb. If Russia's in control of it, they wouldn't sabotage it when they hope to own it. So I would think that the drone probably was done by Ukraine, but the reports are that the Russians attacked it themselves to vandalize it. Well, Moscow has accused Ukraine forces of striking the cooling tower with an unmanned aerial vehicle, or a drone. And just hours after Dmitry Rogozin, the former head of the Russian space agency turned Kremlin representative at Zaporizhzhia, has said to have been at the nuclear power plant. But did he go there to sabotage it? Or did Ukraine sabotage it because Russia is in control of it and had just went there? Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has put in his 2 cents and what he thinks happened. I'll tell you all about it, guys, in just a second. Let me put a quick shout out, if I could, for 3harmfulfoods.com/Paul. That's 3harmfulfoods.com/Paul. We live in the most advanced era in human history, and there have never been more medical breakthroughs than there are right now. So why are millions of Americans more unhealthy and overweight than they've ever been? According to the U.S. board-certified physicians and expert nutritionist Dr. Amy Lee, one of the main reasons is 3 harmful foods that are being passed off as health foods all over this nation. What? Yes, and wait till you hear what it is, because these foods can cause weight gain, clog your digestive tract, deplete your energy, wreck your skin, and they are banned in other nations, but not in America. Shockingly, they're still legal here, and it's time someone shine a light on what they are. Dr. Amy Lee does just that while explaining how the side effects from these foods are wreaking havoc on the health of millions of Americans. The great news is it's easy to stop and reverse this damage by simply learning which foods to avoid. And by doing so, you can experience easier weight loss, smooth digestion, and vibrant energy. What do? Click on the link below in this video. 3harmfulfoods.com/Paul. That's 3harmfulfoods.com/Paul. One more time. That's 3harmfulfoods.com/Paul. Find out what you got to do to not be poisoned by the food. All right. Now, this is getting very serious. We are on the brink of nuclear war everywhere. And I'm just saying it's not safe. According to the reports, though, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has accused Russian forces of setting fire to the plant. And Moscow has been using the security of the nuclear plant to blackmail not only Ukraine, but all of Europe and the world. So they're saying they did it to threaten the world with radiation or another Chernobyl or wormwood. We're waiting for the world to react, waiting for the IAEA to react. Russia must be held accountable, said Zelensky. Only Ukraine control over Zaporizhzhia can guarantee a return to normalcy and complete safety. That is what he is saying. But the Russians are saying that's not true. Why would we want to bomb a location that we control? Russia attacks a nuclear site. That's what Ukraine says. But what is the real truth? And it's look, guys, here's the danger of when you start talking nuclear war, you're not just talking about nuclear bombs or nuclear war or nuclear detonation. But what you are dealing with is there's enough nuclear plants in the world that if bombed and meltdown, it's over. Now, Russia has more nukes than anybody, so why would they need to turn loose the nukes from a plant? Unless Russia is trying to blame Ukraine and get the whole world to finally stop funding Ukraine so that Russia can take what they've already taken, about 21% of Ukraine. But then again, Ukraine may have hit it so that they can blame Russia because Russia has control of it. And then Ukraine can say Russia's about to destroy all of Europe with radiation. This is part of the problem. You have the name games. You have the psychic warfare. You have the propaganda. You have the false flags. You have all of these different deception, and this is how the war's fought. It's not just fought in the battlefield. It's fought in public opinion. It's fought in propaganda. So I'm looking at my title. It says, Russia attacks nuclear site. And I ask myself, are you sure? Could it be Russia and Ukraine attacks nuclear site? Could it be Russia or Ukraine tackles the nuclear site? It's in, right. And maybe that's what it probably should say. So I'm going to go right now and change it, because nobody can give you a straight answer, and nobody's going to, and there's no proof to change it. Okay? That you don't know which one it is. So I'm going to do this. While doing a live video, reach up and change the title from Russia attacks nuclear site to Russia or Ukraine attacks nuclear site. Either way, the war, and I'll say that, either way, the war continuing to go on for over 2 years now is a threat to the human race. If we start playing games with nuclear weapons or nuclear facilities. And then we're on the 9th of Av. We're in the middle of a serious situation. We're waiting any moment for Ukraine to do something really, waiting for Iran to do something really stupid. So we're really in a mess on this 9th of Av. Thank you for praying and fasting. Thank you for praying for the peace of Jerusalem, that you'll prosper because of that. You'll be blessed. But pray for not only the Jewish people, not only the Israelis, but pray also for the Palestinians, and pray really for the whole region. Because if this Gog-Magog war starts now, because it will eventually start, and it happens in the last days, so no escaping it, and it looks like we're on the brink of it. God sent an earthquake and shook the foundation there, which he said he would do in the latter days during the just before the attack by Gog on Israel, or just as it's being attacked. God will shake everything. So we're really there. We are. We need to give this world back to God.
Have you looked around? Have you heard the sound of mama's crying? Or do you turn away when you see the face of the innocent dying? In these darkest days, are you not afraid that it's too late? You gotta get down on your knees, believe, fold your hands and beg and plead. You gotta keep praying. You gotta cry rain, tears of pain, pound the floor and scream his name, 'cause we're still worth saving. This and live like this, we can't love like this. Give this world back to God.
Oh, we need to pray. Are you serious, folks?
Have you lost your love? Feel like giving up? But your knock on wood, oh, it won't do you no good. You gotta get down on your knees, believe, fold your hands and beg and plead. You gotta keep on praying. You gotta cry, rain, tears of pain, pound the floor and scream his name, 'cause we're still worth saving. We can't go on like this and live like this. We can't love like this. Give this world back to God.
Somebody pray.
You gotta get down on your knees, believe, fold your hands and beg and plead, and keep on praying. You gotta cry, rain, tears of pain, pound the floor and scream his name, 'cause we're still worth saving. Can't go on like this and live like this. We can't love like this. You can hope the best, make a wish. The only answer is give this world back to God. Oh, give it back. Hey!
Oh, think about it. Oh, there's no doubt about that. We got to pray. We got to pray like we've never prayed before. This world is in trouble. Jesus said, when I come back, will I find any faith? You got to give this world back to God. Thank the Lord. But you know, if my people that are called by my name would humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, God said, I will hear from heaven. I will forgive their sin and heal the land. And you know, there's going to be a war. This war, we're talking about this Gog and Magog war, that when this thing is over, it takes 7 months. First of all, it takes 7 months to bury the dead. And it takes 7 years to cleanse the land from the weapons. And no doubt, those weapons must be nuclear, biological, and maybe some other type of technology. The technology to cause a war that it would take 7 years to cleanse the land is certainly here now. Matter of fact, just about, when I look in the Bible, everything that God says is going to happen in the end times, the technology for everything he said would happen is already here now. There's nothing we have to invent. There's nothing left to invent. The technology for everything is here right now. Give this world back to God. I'll be back with more current world events. And like I said, go to BP Earthwatch and watch his 2 videos. He's done 2 videos on the subject. First of all, the explosion. You can see the fire, and underneath this cooling tower right there. but also then and he talks about it, but the second video he did, which he did not long ago, about an hour or so ago, is really good. He shows you how the radiation levels are. Something happened here. I don't know who did it, but I can tell you right now that something was sabotaged, and radiation is coming out of this thing because the levels are off the charts. So go watch BP Earth Watch's video. Also, BC Begley did one for me on this very subject as well. So you can check that one out as well and get the information from both and keep praying, because it's a dangerous time. It's more dangerous than it's ever been. Are you saved?